Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I'm just into too much love.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So we're gonna be doing some medium knotless. Right here you see me prepping. Make sure you always definitely blow dry your client hair. Right here you see she has a moving scalp. So what I am doing is I am actually having her hold her scalp so that we can make sure the parts are perfect. This is a time lapse video and this is a voice record. So what I'm gonna do is just walk you through each step. First, you want to prepare your client hair by sectioning off each part. I sectioned her off into sections of the head versus each one. Here you see I am adding the hair. I do add my hair into small pieces. It is to her waist. Um, so being that it's pre-stretched hair typically comes kind of thick, so I prefer to do very small strands to have control of the hair. If you add it in properly, you'll be good. So you see here where I'm showing you where I'm done with the first row, showing how each row are equally aligned. Here you see I'm applying a little bit of pressure, I noticed, but I'm cleaning up my part. I applied some product and I'm going to press her hair down and press it out. Now, it may seem like I'm being rough, but honestly, I'm not. I'm really just pressing. Most of my clients, they don't really hold their body, so you're going to see where I press and pull. So right here, you're just gonna see me press and laying out the hair. You want to make sure that is a clean mold, so that your braid, so that the hair isn't bulking out of the mold. Which I will have some more details onto how to mold down your hair for larger braids, even smaller braids. You still need to make sure you mold your hair down. You don't want that puff. So here we're going in. You're just gonna comb it all the way through. Comb that product completely through, all the way from root to tip. You want to comb that product through. It also helps you prevent it from adding more product as you're braiding down because it's already product there. So as you can see, her hair is reverting back based off of whatever product I may be using. I do have multiple products I do use. So if you see me adding more, I'm trying a different product to see what's working for her hair. Different sections require different attention. So here we're gonna go ahead, separate, um, and start our normal braid as as is. Excuse me for my shirt, my wardrobe malfunction. So we're gonna add the product, press it out, pull it out, and then you're gonna begin to see your braid. Now here you're gonna see I'm gonna begin to braid, but then I'm gonna stop. Two things that was wrong with this picture. It was hair tangled at the um, rack, and the hair started to revert back on me. So I had to go back, press it, comb it out, make sure everything is nice and flat. You want a flat braid. Bulky braids are not in. Even if I'm gonna do a bulky braid style, but it's gonna still be flat if that makes sense. So you don't want to have a bulky braid with a bulky root. The beautiful thing about knotless braids is you control your add-in. So you could control your braid as well, but in order to control the braid, you got to have control over your client's hair, over your braiding hair, and over your hands. With that being said, you're going to also have to have control over the braid. You got to know when to add, when to flip, when to fold, when to do everything, which that all comes with time. So what you want to do is you want to also go in and apply a little bit of pressure to your braid. So as you see, once you see me braiding down, you're gonna see where I am actually pulling on my braid. You want to continue to pull on your braid as you braid down. Even when you're adding the hair in, you want to pull that next wraparound down. And when I say pull down, I don't mean yank your client head. You see she's coming back, but that's just the tension, I guess I would call it. Not tension, but that's just the force, I guess, that I'm using to apply the pressure to pull down. So you want to constantly pull down no matter where you're at. Do not skip the pull down method, because once you stop pulling down, your braid is actually going to bulk. So we will go over in future videos on the purpose and the meaning for pulling down, and what it has done for me. I learned this I probably did pull down, but didn't realize I was pulling down. But once I started putting more effort into my pull down, I noticed a difference in my braids. They became phenomenal. The whole purpose of us being braiders, or whatever your goal is, my goal personally is to become a luxury braider. With that being said, I want to charge luxury prices for my time. So I'm gonna do all the things that needs to be done to apply these to go to those measures of becoming and being considered a luxury braider. So here, as you see, I am constantly adding in. I'm stopping, I'm showing you, I'm turning you so you can see more. I am continuously adding in because you got to keep in mind the hair is pre-stretched, so you want to make sure you get the hair to match the each braid. So the longer you go, the higher up you go, the more hair you may need to braid. I mean, add in so that the hair is matching each braid. That's another form of being a luxury braider, where all your braids stop at the same point. You do not want one braid stopping up here, then one braid stopping up here. Then when you get to the front, it's in layers. Nah, baby, it's 2023. We ain't playing them games. So here you see me just sectioning her off. That section off in pre-party is a lifesaver. Um, Even down to making sure everything is even and evenly flown going through. So right here, we're just adding her black. She only wanted a peekaboo. My recording skills are currently horrible. This is a pre-recorded video from earlier, 2023. This was when I was recording more. I have no content to record now. Well, I do, but it's just harder. But here we go. So I'm going to show you, we're down to her last braid. She's already molded, cleaned up, and I'm starting my process the same every single braid. You do not skip one step. You do the same thing every braid. We're going to feed in. We're pulling from the right. We're feeding in from the right. I actually feed in together. I was taught this method by another braider. I do know how to do multiple feed in styles. I feed in and pull in, whatever works for me at that time based on the hair. Now, this hair I am using is Spectra Easy Braid, 36 inches, I think, or 26 inches. So, the only negative about pre-stretch hair, which I will go on another video for that, for some who are beginning, pre-stretch hair typically comes shredded, which sucks. So you get the hair, you think you're gonna have the same amount of hair throughout each strand, but no, it's like some of them be extremely short, some of them be long but super thin. So you have to just study your hair for the most part, and if push come to shove, go back to stretching your own hair out. I mean, pre-stretch half made us a little lazy, but I mean, whatever works for you. So right here, you see I'm just braiding her down. Always be sure to add that last bit of hair at the tip of her hair. For sure, you want to wrap a strand of hair in at the very tip, add a little product, add that strand in. So right here, you're going to see me add a little bit more hair than normal. Again, I only use small, fine strands of hair. It may look full, but literally I use the smallest pieces of hair because I need to make sure my braid is flowing down properly. So right here, what we're gonna do is we're definitely making sure we added our strands so that they can match evenly, which you will see in the end. Here we're gonna just go ahead and clean up your braid. Make sure you get those scissors or whatever you prefer to use to clean up your braid. Some people I have seen, and I have also done it as well, is I used to use clippers or edgers. You want to also apply the same pressure when braiding, cleaning up the braids. Pull that braid down and have control of your hand and the scissors. The worst thing you could do is cut a person braid, especially high up. That's so horrible. So right here, what we're doing is we're adding our foam, our setting lotion. I do add extra oils to my foam because I want it to soak in. Now, a little tip: you only see me adding this foam to the roots, into where her natural hair is applied at, so that it can get soaked in into the braid for moisture. Do not, I repeat, do not waste your mousse putting it at the very tips of the braid. That is a waste of mousse. It's 2023. It's inflation. Mousse costs $10. You would not be putting mousse where it's not going to be applied. Synthetic hair cannot absorb the nutrients that you have in your product. I add my own oils to my product so that it sits and soaks into their hair. What you don't want to do is waste your mousse by adding it to the end of the braids, because that's not going to do nothing for your braids. If you know how to dip well, dip them, soak them braids in that water and let that dip do the job. But do not waste your money putting your mousse at the end of your braids. It's a waste of money, a complete waste of money. So here we're gonna just spray it down with some Got to Be spray. She is natural. I'm trying to keep it from converting back. And we're gonna go ahead and melt all of our products. This is the biggest secret to keep your hair from turning white. If your client hair is beginning to turn white, what you want to do is you want to go in with a hot dryer, either sit them under the dryer or get your blow dryer and personally melt those spaces that's turning white. So when it's white, that means it set, either too much air has hit it. I don't really know. It's a chemical at the end of the day, a chemical reaction, but definitely melted. Ta-da! We're all done. So my errors in this video for sure was one, I was too far away from her. I feel like I didn't get to give you the full vibe of her in the braids, which I have learned how to do videos and take more pictures. The hair is the model. The hair is the model. She's the canvas, but that's your artwork. Remember that. So this is the final look. As you can see, she's tucked away. It's giving Shigo vibes. It's definitely giving Shigo vibes. So let me know what you think. If you have any tips, any questions, feel free to follow, share, comment. Let's get in the chat. Let's talk about this. I have so many tips and gems I would love to share with y'all. I will be sharing. So thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're all done. I'm gonna just let y'all check that out. It's so cute. Oh, another tip. Record. Record, 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 record. You could pull your videos and your pictures from your recordings. You could clip it up, clean it up, and go from there. So don't stop. Just constantly record until you find whatever it is you like. Just record. So with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Can't wait to hear from y'all. Mwah. No, that's not how I'm going to end it. Thank you. It was an honor and a pleasure.